Well, the host might have started recording, but I'm certainly haven't started recording here. Hello, everybody. Hey, do you? RobLynn Live. I'm going to shout it from the highest tree in Madeira Beach, Florida. Do you, James Yates? Do you, RobLynn Live? I know he does. I know he does. And Roy Davies, I know he does too. So, it's day 646. It is Thursday. This is Thursday, the 30th day of May. Another month is in the books just about. 2024, 2024, and you have tuned in to RobLynn Live. Oh, Nelly. All right. Now, if you're not in OES, and you should be, if you're not in OES, and you could be, just go to roblinlive.com. What happens when you go to that domain? Up pops Lynn's registration page. You can get yourself an O-mail. You can get yourself a password. And you can get the other two products that are totally free. They're free for thee and me, or ya and ma, so, or whatever you want to call it. So just go ahead and go to roblinlive.com. You'll be glad you did. And guess what's coming? You'll be able to subscribe to OConnect. It's coming back. It's coming back strong. You can subscribe there, and you can host yourself a webinar or a chat, or you want to call it a conference, and everybody's on the panel. Whatever you want to do, you got that ability. You have that ability. And that's good stuff. I have to watch my English because I have an English major sitting to my to the west of me here. All right. Now, I said it was day 646, and I meant it. Okay. It's Thursday, the 30th day of May, and you've got RobLynn Live. You are tuned in live and in color. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, world, and welcome to the RobLynn Network. That's our shortened version of the RobLynn Live Network. Presentation of RobLynn Live and Ali.
The Wonder Dog.
True that. True, and truer than that. With our topic this evening, we have a topic. Every evening we have a topic, and tonight we think you're going to get a bang out of this one because this has got all sorts of value made for you folks, okay? So stay tuned, stay up, don't go take a nap now. You can take your nap after 10 o'clock, okay? And our topic of the evening is identity theft. That's right, identity theft. Are you at risk? Are you at risk with identity theft? Well, all of us are if we don't pay attention. So we're going to talk about how you pay attention and how you don't get yourself wrapped up in any identity theft. So here we go. Hats on tight. Let's go. And after that, we'll have a little talk on identity theft. And then we'll go to community time. And oh, yeah, community time where we invite each and every one of you here as attendees to join us on the panel. Get yourself out there. Strut your stuff. You got the stuff. You got the right stuff. Strut it if you got it. All right. So, identity theft tonight. Are you at risk? Followed by community time and a bit of signing, perhaps. And I think Cecil's coming by. And a song by, and Deborah too. Ooh, boy, we're going to learn something.
Cecil.
Deb and Cecil?
Will
Okay.
be here to teach.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And then a bit of signing and a song by JJB Tin Man, a.k.a. Jean Barilla, or John Barilla. Barilla. Okay. All right. So any way you slice it, we got a good evening in store for you guys. We'll probably go right at the 2-hour mark. That's what we've been trying to do lately. And without further ado, let's see if Lynn has anything for us before we get cranking.
We can say hi to the folks in the YouTube chat. I happen to see that Pat Green is there. So I'm glad you're feeling well enough to be with us.
Pat who?
Pat-
Dorothy?
Yeah, Dorothy of Kansas.
Woo, Dorothy's in the house. All
So
right.
nice. I'm glad you're with us, and I want to say hi. I see Marion, our friend in Kansas, is here as well.
Marion D.
She's with us.
Woo, doggies.
And there's Pat saying hi to Mel, Don, and DL. Hello to Carmilla, Deborah, and Cecil. So she's typing away. That's
She's
good.
getting active with that one arm. All right, all right, all right. Okay, now.
I also see Anita Frauenshaw.
Woo, doggies. The gang is rolling in tonight.
She says, "How are you doing? How are you tonight? Hello, RobLynn. Hello, Anita. Glad you're with us. That's nice. Want to say hi to our moderators right now. I see we have Michael Chata, hard at work, greeting people. If anybody else was here. Oh, John Barilla, of course.
Jean Barilla is here.
Just those two so far as moderators.
Usually Roy Davies and 𝐓𝐡𝐞𝐲, and of course Karina Lance.
They may come in later.
They may just. Okay, now, please
Oh,
pray.
there's Roy Davies.
Roy Davies in the speak of the devil himself. He's in. He's in, and he's moderating away. Thank you, Roy.
Let me say hi to the folks.
He's
there.
from Florida, by the way.
Finish saying hi.
You didn't know. Go ahead.
Frank Rowe, hi. Nagaraj Gosavi, he's in both the webinar and the YouTube at the same time. Hi, Nagaraj. Hello to Santosh Kumar Official, always with us. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Hi, Clover Kelly. She says, good evening, Robin, Lynn, and Ali, the Wonder Dog.
Ali.
The Wonder Dog.
That's a truism right there. That boy he went for a ride today. We drifted on over. We were going to go get a little inexpensive lunch at Costco, but they kind of disappointed us. They're working on the cafe. So that $2.50 lunch went, oh, no $2.50 lunch today for us. So we headed back home and prepared for tonight.
All right, and let me continue what I was saying. Hello to Chandan Majumdar. Hi, Paul Kepea Palu. Welcome to our show. Al Praver is here. Nice to see you, Al. Hello to Baraya Savage Bai.
Hello.
Of India, of course.
India
welcome.
In the house. A little early there in India, but thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Hello to Van Labu Sal. Welcome to our show. And Pramjit Singh Chauhan is with us. Welcome to our show, and hello to Mantu Kumar. Mantu Kumar, thanks for being with us. I also see Premjit Singh Chauhan. Did I just say that? I don't know if I just said that.
Pretty close.
And then I think that's it. Let me scroll to the bottom in case anybody else popped in. Yes, I see Nagesh Tumbad and of course Frank Rowe. And
are you on YouTube or on OConnect? YouTube, okay. All right. We'll do OConnect in just a little while. We'll say hello to some of you fine folk, all of you actually, because we don't miss a trick. We try to say hi to everybody. All right. Now, without anything else said, let's talk praying for Ash and his lovely wife. As we mentioned, Ash Mahan, Miss Mafara, as well as the tech media and support teams, and Omar and Yusuf. That is the Mafara clan. Also, keep in mind, there's people working round the clock for us, and they need our support as well. Prayers, love, and light. Know of anybody else who might need our a helping hand with regard to a prayer or some love or light? You know the drill. All you got to do, drop to that knee and send them some love.
That's right. And when I say hi to folks on Facebook, I see Abdul Rahman Ulkasha. Welcome. Hello to Assad. Nice to have you with us, Assad. And I see Marion Dawson is there, as well as Chris Tuzon. He stopped in. And we have Roy Davies as well, saying hello to us and to his friends. Thank you, Roy.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's talk announcements now, if we may. Announcements. All right, the 10-day extension of OConnect is scheduled to end tomorrow, as we all know, those of us who are tuned in for OConnect.
Remember, some people June 1, not always May 30th.
Oh, okay, or it could be June 1, May 31st,
around
or June 1. So 31 May or 1 June, and we are waiting for word of either another extension or the green light. We're going viral with the commercial version. We don't know. Likely we're going to have another extension. How long it'll be, we don't know. So stay tuned for the latest updates. We will keep you posted when it happens. Also, the trial period for O-Tracker is likely to be extended as well, once again. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for today's news today. You get that right here at RobLynn Live. And as mentioned over the last few episodes of RobLynn Live's OnPassive coverage, the OnPassive O Media folks have formed another partnership with the UAE Community Affairs folks to forge our growth together. How cool is that, everybody? Don't forget to migrate without hesitate. Migration without hesitation is what we do at RobLynn Live. Sign the NDA agreement and the affiliate agreement as well. Check out the latest OnPassive website with all its splendor. Check out the OnPassive YouTube channel, as well as Mohammed William Nazal on X, formerly Twitter. He's not tweeting anymore. He's Xing. So log into your OES and check out the ticker and in OFounders, the pop-up for all news that is fit to be the news. Today's news today. All right, attend webinars and chats with time permitting. Subscribe to OnPassive's OConnect and enjoy. Why don't you enjoy? So, know of anyone needing any OnPassive help? Yep, you know the drill. Helping one will help us all. All right, now we're about ready to get started with tonight's topic. Do you want me to go ahead and say hello to the folks in on the YouTube channel?
I can, you or me.
Oh, why don't you do that, and then I'll get started on I need a sip of coffee.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
No problem. Right, let us go to the chat. Already 36 messages since I last peeked in the chat.
Woo, doggy.
Yeah, so want to say hi to Frank Rowe. He's greeting everybody. He's a nice greeter. Don Swihart is here. Deb Long. Her sign name I have to remember is D, like this. So this is Deb's sign name, D. So we're hoping she'll be teaching science tonight. Let us know. And we have Nam Shina AM with us. Hello to you. Good evening. We have Salvad PA with us. Hope you are doing well. Hi to Isabel Bailey. She says, yes, I was at risk a few years ago. It was scary. Oh, wow. You can share that with us later. That'd be cool. Rachel Violet. Rachel, love you. If you want to teach, let me know. Okay? That'd be great.
Hello, Rachel.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see. We got Isabel, Frank, Scroll, Don Swihart, Greg Miller. He says, I RobLynn Live. Isn't that nice? Hi, Don Swihart. Hi, Isabel Bailey. Let me scroll up a bit more. Carmela Schwartz is here.
Ooh, doggy.
And Nagaraj Gosabi, who was the first to come in to our webinar chat tonight. Hi to Mel Marcano. We fondly call her Mel.
Or Sunshine.
Yeah. Hello to, let's go up a bit more. I might have caught everything. Let me just finish up. Isabel, I said, Don, Camilla, is. I think I might have caught everybody. I think.
All righty, we're talking topic.
Chris said hi to me. Chris is on.
All right, Tarzan is in the house.
Yeah.
Tonight's topic is one of great importance, and we hope you will gain some value from it. excuse me, from our presentation, as the bad guys are out to get us.
Oh, let me just say, Michael Chada said hello in the chat to me. Hello, Michael Chada. And hi to John Barilla. He also said hello. We can't forget them, you know. And then Rabindra Kumar said hi to me in the chat as well. I'm almost at the top. That's why. Let me finish, okay? I didn't skip anybody. Okay, I got them all.
All righty then. So the bad guys are out there.
Gemma Ramaki is here. Hi, Gemma. Long time no see.
Gemma in the proverbial house. Welcome from Canada.
And she's in the webinar. She's not just in YouTube. She's in our OConnect webinars.
Thank you, Gemma. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much.
She
and
says you missed me.
Yeah, we missed you. Sure, we missed you. Of course, we missed you.
And let me not forget Patience Oseware. She says, hello, fellow ONPASSIVians.
All right. Well,
I said Ramshina. Yeah,
you did.
Okay. All right.
Indeed, you did. All right. Well, the bad guys are out there to get us, okay? They want to get our PII, and who knows what PII is? It's personally identifiable information. And steal our identities. We don't want that. We don't want anything to do with that, actually. Absolutely not. So here we will visit many things relating to identity theft tonight. So we've prepared a few remarks. We'd love for you to pay attention to us. If not, take a nap, and you can watch the replay. It's not a problem. So identity theft is serious, okay? This is no BS. This is no crapola. This is the real deal, this identity theft
And then
nonsense.
maybe during community time, people can come and share about your experience. Have you been a victim of identity fraud, for example, or maybe you know of a loved one or friend who has been a victim, or if you've heard some horror stories about identity theft, we would love to hear you. Yeah, we want to hear your voice.
All right, and that was going to be Ali's question. Have you ever been a victim of identity theft? So thank you for that, Lynn. Appreciate you being on top of your game, because I might have forgotten it because I don't see it typed in here.
Okay.
So thank you very much. Okay, it's a serious crime. Don't get us wrong now, where someone illegally obtains and uses another person's personal identificational information, identity, such as their name, social security number here in the United States, credit card or debit card number, any details there may be about them floating around on Google, on the internet somewhere, or any other identifying data for fraudulent purposes, okay? Because these bad guys, they're not out to help us. They're out to hurt us. So pay attention. Stay on top of your A game. What exactly, though, is identity theft? Does anybody know? Who knows? Well, identity theft is what occurs when a bad actor, I was going to say criminal, but we'll use the word bad actor, also known as a criminal mind, obtains and misuses someone else's PII, personally identifiable information. Well,
that's going to be a nightmare if it does happen.
It can be. It certainly can. And examples are using stolen data, and let's see, using stolen data to obtain credit cards, making unauthorized purchases, obtaining loans, or gaining benefits, or even committing crimes under the victim's identity. Now, you think that doesn't happen? I got another one for you here. I got something to sell you here in St. Petersburg. That does happen on a regular basis. And sometimes you just don't know when it's happening, or know when it's happened until it's maybe too late. So stay vigilant, please. All right. How in the world does identity theft happen? How can this happen in the 21st century? Well, glad you asked.
Good question.
Well, there's all sorts of ways that these things can happen, one of which is stealing wallets or purses. There are people that go out and that's how they make their living, stealing wallets and purses. Getting a hold of your mail out of your mailbox, horrible way to do it, but it's done. Or documents containing sensitive data. We'd like to say thank you. I can't see that because you took
Irina.
it away. Oh, Irina Texala, thank you.
Thank you, Irina.
Thank you for that super sticker.
Very nice of you.
From us to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. All right.
I'll say hi, a quick hello to, I see Roy Davies and Corina Lance. Our moderators are here in the chat, hard at work. Thank you.
That's the way we roll. Okay, how in the world does identity theft happen? Let's take a closer look at it, okay?
Yeah.
People steal wallets, as we mentioned, purses, documents containing sensitive data. They can do it and do it. And there's even more types of crime with cyber crime, where they get in and they can hack your PII. But
That's
for
bad.
tonight, we're just talking about the hard, core ways that this is done. Stealing. Skimming devices that capture credit card or debit card information. How is this done? They insert, this is just information I've read about, they insert a device attached to the credit card and it skims the number. And it gives them a list of numbers of people that have used that ATM.
That's bad.
How scary is that?
Yeah, especially if you don't know that you're being skimmed. You may not be aware of it, right?
Right. And another thing, phishing devices that trick victims into revealing personal details. We've all had that happen.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get a letter saying
Or
if you'll
email.
send $7.81, we'll release your package.
An email, a
Or
text, message in Messenger, or in WhatsApp or Telegram. There's all different ways they can reach us to try to scam us, to fool us. And we get a lot of phishing attempts where people try to fish for your data. So they may say, I need your name, your address, your phone number, your social security number, for whatever reason. And you think it's legitimate, you give that information, and next thing you know,
voila, they got you.
Yeah.
They're hacking you, they're doing something with you. Well, hacking into databases is very popular these days, or computer systems, to access stored personal data. Be careful how you store your data. Make sure what you're using is encrypted the best you can to protect yourself. All right. Then there's malware like keyloggers that record login credentials. You believe that? Yeah. Login credentials and other sensitive information. So they can put a key fob into a computer and get you where they want you.
So in other words, when you type on the computer, it records what you're typing. So let's say you're typing your address, your phone number, your social security number, or your credit card number. That device tracks everything you key in your keyboard. That's scary, huh?
That's right. And eavesdropping. Have you ever heard of the old-fashioned eavesdropping, where someone will kind of listen in on your conversation? Well, that happens. Dumpster diving happens, where if you've discarded stuff in the dumpster but not either shredded it or burned it or whatever, it could be susceptible to eavesdropping with eyes. In other words, they'll get a chance to record it. All this stuff is pretty ugly. Then there's common red flags that may indicate identity theft has occurred. What, pray tell, might those be? Let me tell you a few. Let us tell you a few, if we may. Here we go. Unexplained charges or withdrawals on financial accounts. Oh, yeah. You might see something from PayPal or Macy's or something, and you don't use any of those platforms. Well, that should key you. You got to get after it. You got to contact that merchant. All right. Bills or collection notices for unfamiliar accounts or purchases. You have no idea what this copy is that you got sent. Okay. You need to pay attention to that. Pay close attention. And then there's denied loan or credit applications that, once you got denied it, you just threw it in the garbage. You didn't shred it. You didn't tear it up. You did nothing with it. You just threw it in with all the other stuff. Well, no, 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 no. We don't do that. We don't, okay? Or if you've been denied a loan or credit applications due to negative credit reports, get rid of it. Get rid of that stuff. You don't want it floating around.
So
All right.
shred it or burn it.
Shred it or burn it today. And how about receiving credit cards or statements for accounts you did not even open? Now, I've had that happen. You'll get a MasterCard or a Visa or a JCPenney or a Macy's or Toys R Us, now that they're back again and have credit cards. You might get one in the mail. Well, don't open it. That's the best thing. Don't get started with it, okay, for accounts that are not even the heck open. You don't want to be involved with that.
Yeah.
Well, how does one protect oneself from identity theft? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Miss Nakamoto. There are several ways, and these are tried and true and tested, okay? All right. How does one protect oneself? Always shred sensitive information. Don't hold it out there for people to see. You don't need to let anybody know that you were the 16th person in American Express. They don't need to know that. You don't need to share that with them, okay? So shred sensitive documents. Then use strong or unique passwords. Don't just say Mad Hatter 2 or say, let's see, Lynn Nakamoto 4. Don't just say that. Make it unique and make it strong for any and all online accounts. Well, avoid sharing personally identifiable information over the phone. Don't do it. Don't share it over the phone. If you can't text it to them or email it to them, don't send it. Okay? Yeah. That's a good way to keep from being in trouble. So monitor financial statements and credit reports regularly, not every month or two, but regularly. And use of credit freezes or fraud alerts. You can get that fraud alert, and I know I get it every now and then from our bank, Chase, so I know it happens. So be prepared for that.
Yeah,
be vigilant.
They catch a lot of stuff. You know, like when somebody charges your credit card in some foreign country thousands of dollars, usually the individual doesn't catch it, the account holder doesn't catch it first. It's usually the bank that catches it.
That's right.
Yeah. And so you're protected from being liable for that charged amount. So thank goodness for the banks. They're pretty vigilant. I've noticed they've been very good.
They are. All right. Now, so be vigilant when it comes to unsolicited requests. If you didn't request it, don't open it. Don't look at it. Don't even give it a thought. Reporting and recovering from identity theft. What in the world can you do to report it and recover from it with identity theft? Well, contact your bank, your credit union, your credit card company, and creditors to dispute any fraudulent charges. They have leeway to give you back that credit immediately pending the investigation. So beware, you can do that. And that's for any fraudulent charges or even accounts. Then file an identity theft report with the FTC, Federal Trade Commission. The more people that know this has gone on, the better it is to catch these suckers. All right. Place a fraud alert. Oh, that's a good one here. Sharon. Place a fraud alert with the 3 major credit bureaus, okay? Let them know something has happened. You may have been hacked. Someone may have scanned your numbers through a computer, whatever that might be. It doesn't hurt to report this stuff, because if you don't report it, they're not going to know about it, okay? The authorities. Monitor your credit reports and your financial accounts closely, okay? Finally, and we mean finally, remember, and keep this in mind, will you? Keeping in mind, recovering from identity theft might take a while. Okay, they may steal from you, they may be on their way and having a good time, and it still takes a month for you to catch up to them through the authorities. Well, a lengthy process it is, but with prompt action And following the steps we've mentioned before, you can help yourself. And you can help yourself to minimize potential damages.
So it's good to catch it early on to minimize the damage if you catch it quickly, right?
That's right. It doesn't cost any more to do it right. And doing it right means not opening phishing emails and not answering emails that ask you for PII. Just be prepared. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is what we have for you tonight. We hope you got a little bit of value out of that. We think we did. I know we did, because there were a couple of things I'd never even heard of. So we hope that fit in with your schedule and your line of thinking as well. Now, are we ready to bring some folks to the panel, or do we want to do something else first?
We can bring people to the panel.
All righty. And how do we do that, Lynn?
We're going to enable the speaker request feature, which is going to be in a few seconds as I enable it. And all you got to do is click that button and ask to come down to the panel. All right.
All right.
So
all right. Let's say, let's go ahead and click on it, and let's see who's first on The Price is Right.
Yeah. Come on down.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's working. We shall see. Oh, yeah, it's working. First to come in is John JJB Tin Man Barilla.
Hello, Tin Man. Welcome, John Barilla. Welcome, welcome, sir. Welcome to the panel.
And next to come in is Carmela Fire Schwartz. Hi, John.
The Israeli Rose has dropped by. Hello, 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 Carmela.
And we want to say hello to Guyana in New York.
Namaskar, namaste, namaste, namaskar, Guyana.
Next, we have Deborah Long coming in. Deb, for signing. Everybody practice for signing. It's a letter D, and you just shake it like this. That's Deb. But she'll be teaching tonight, right?
Okay, Deb. Good stuff for sure.
Yep, she says she'll be teaching right on. Very good.
All right.
All right, next we have Dawn Swihart and her husband, DL.
All right, Swihart and McConaughey. Come on down.
And we want to say thank you to Francis Tay.
Francu. Ooh, I've changed your name, Francis. Francu. Well, thank you, Seafood Francis. We appreciate that super sticker. Very kind of you, brother.
Thank you, Francis.
Very kind of you, sir. Thank you.
All right, next we have coming in Melanie Marcano.
Double Mel in the house. That's double M. That's Mel Marcano.
Here we have Patience Oseware coming in. Hi, Patience.
All right, Patience. Come on down.
I see David Switzer coming in.
DS is in the house. Switzer is here from Kansas City area. All right, David.
Hi, Patience.
Welcome, sir.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Patience.
All right, who else you got? You got anybody else?
One more.
One more. We need some more. Come on, everybody.
Biman Kanti. Biman
Kanti. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to you.
Yes. Welcome, Biman Kanti. Hi, David. Welcome. All right.
All right.
Nice
so
group to start with.
Nice group, kind of small for now, but hey, it's going to grow.
It'll grow.
It does every night. Let's see how many people are here with us on OConnect. Stand by. There are, let's see here now, 44, double four here with us right now, right here. And let's see how many are YouTubing it with us. And so we got 44 and 30. That's 74. The way you look at it.
Yes, very good.
That's a good start. 74 of you ONPASSIVians are here with us.
I see Diana and I see Patience.
All right, Patience. All right, Diana. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. All right. What a nice group we have.
Yes.
All right.
And we've got, of course, the people in the chat on OConnect, and they are lighting up the chat tonight.
Very good. Love it. Love it.
All right. Who else you got for me on the
Diana's
panel?
waving and saying, I love you.
Love you right back, Diana.
All right. Next, we have Rachel coming in. Rachel.
All right, Rachel, come on down. Come on down, woman.
It's Rachel Violet, and her sign name is a letter R by the mouth, because she smiles a lot. So it's Rachel, R,
Right.
R by the mouth. And I think maybe she'll want to teach too. We'll see. We'll ask.
All right, we'll play that one by ear.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody else for the panel?
Not at the moment.
All right, well, you guys know the topic. And tonight's topic was identity theft. Are you at risk? I think we're all at risk, to tell you the truth. It's just a matter of how you protect one's self. So, that all being said, let's go around the horn. Let's see. Let me get rid of the prompter, if I may. Thank you very much. There it goes. Bye-bye to the prompter. And hello to the full screen. There it is. Hello,
Rachel
everybody.
wants to teach, so she has her paper with her list on it.
All
Very
right,
good.
Rachel. Way to do it, Rachel. Rachel. Bye.
Good
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
All right, all right, all right. That's hello to Carmela Schwartz, and there's the one and only Patience. Hello, Patience. Welcome. And I see John Barilla as well, and Chris too, which would mean Chris and his second device. All right, and there's Guyana. Welcome, sir. Namaskar and namaste to you, sir. Namaskar, namaste. All right, and there's Carmela. Welcome, 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 Carmela, with a rose, I might add. Thank you
Very nice.
for doing that. All right. Let's take a peek and see who all wants to talk about the one, the only identity theft. So bear with me 1 minute while I try to get tuned in here. There we go. And there we are. All right. Let's see if we see any hands just yet. Of course not. I don't see any hands.
Just
All
remind
right.
them what the questions are.
The question of the evening is, have you ever been a victim of identity theft? And if so, how did it go? How did you solve it? Did you solve it? How did you find out about it? And what was it?
Okay, and more broadly than that, because if nobody has had that experience, they can still talk because they probably know people who have had their identity stolen, or they maybe have read horror stories about victims who went through this theft. So, or if you know a little bit about it, like the prevention services that maybe that you use to prevent being frauded. I mean, anything like that would be good.
All right, let's get it started. Let's go to Mel Mel. Mel Mel.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Good evening, Rob and Lynn, Sister Lynn. Good evening, everyone. Oh yes, I have had I was a victim of identity theft for sure. That happened in two occasions so far. Happened in 2010 when I had my own worked for money, and I paid for four of us, family members. That's myself and three. We were going on a vacation to my last sister's wedding. Next thing I know, I gave my money to my daughter, who thought this lady was a real, oh my goodness, travel agent. And she was kind of related to us. I don't want to go into details because every time I talk about it, I get upset. I gave cash, full cash. So she gave the ticket, but when the ticket came, they emailed the ticket. I realized that my name was spelled wrong, and I can see that person, that travel agent, does not know how to spell. So I called my daughter and I asked, who is that travel agent that doesn't know how to properly spell someone's name? She had my name spelled wrong, my son's last name spelled wrong, and then the way the ticket was worded, I said, something is not right. My daughter even got upset at me. Okay, so what we didn't check, since she trusted that person who is kind of related to us. So we went to the Caribbean. We had a rough time, but we enjoyed ourselves when we went home because it's family. We came back and we went through Barbados. But at that time, But, you know, there's always somebody coming into your favor, you know, to work for you. Innocently, we came back through Barbados, but the Prime Minister for Barbados had passed on, so they didn't really check everything. They let us pass freely, and they just said, you know, they were mourning the Prime Minister's passing, right? So we came back here. Next thing we know, um, my daughter said this travel company called us saying that the ticket was defrauded. So I got upset at my daughter now. I said to her, you know, this is why I never trust certain people. I like to go to someone who's professional, sit with them. But because you're my daughter, and then you said, no, you even told me off because of that, you know? And I said, my hard-earned money, I gave to you, and it's not you because you did the right thing. But that person was not trustworthy. We had to go through an audio interview and a video interview at the police station where we live and where that person lives. You know, it was rough. It was rough. At that time, I was going through my treatment period. And plus that, it was really rough, you know. And when I called, when she contacted that person, who was supposedly, they're supposed to be kind of family, but not, I don't know if it's my family, but that's what they said. She didn't give a care. The response she gave, you know, wasn't a good one. And I said to her, you know what? I work hard. I paid for 4 people. You told my daughter that you know someone who could book the flight, and next thing, this is what you all did. So she said she wasn't like somebody who was empathizing. It's almost like she was in a right. So from then on, I stayed away. I wasn't speaking to her because of what she did. And the police officer said to me, do not befriend that person, even if you think they're blood related, that person is not to be trusted. But again, my little forgiving heart, I forgave her. After years, I forgave her. And that went that way. But thank God we went and get those interviews. Otherwise, we'll be red taped if we had to travel again. And I went through hells because of that, you know? So that was that high victim of fraud because we could have been in trouble innocently. Another one was from the States where I was taking classes with a school called Techademics. I don't know if you and Lynn heard about it or John. Techademics, they taught entrepreneurship courses like SEO engine and all those things, what we are learning now for free. And that I was in my last portion of payment to them. It was 300 and something US. And I knew the people, I didn't know them by face, but I knew them well because we spoke over the phone many times. So she posed as if she was the person who did the frauding, as if she was that person from the school. Maybe she used to work there, I don't know. But she said she was the name of the same person that I deal with from that school. Next thing I know, I take my little card and I went to make the payment. Right after I make the payment, the school is calling me to tell me if I'm ready to make that same amount, 300 and something dollars payment. Oh my God, I could pull the hair off my head that day because I had nothing much in my bank. And this is what happened to me. So immediately I called the bank and they told me, come in, change the card, and they were investigating it, but they couldn't track because a good thief knows where to hide. They couldn't track her. So I lost my money. And the other one was the ticket. I lost my money and I had to pay the travel company again because it was ticket that were false. So these 2 things, I was victim of high fraud. So I will not trust anybody who says they're a travel agent and I can't go sit with them. You know, my daughter felt bad because she's the one who took the money from me to take it to them. But yeah, so these 2.
All right, thank you, Mel. Those things do happen. I can identify with you there for sure. Let's go to John Varela. Go ahead, John.
There we go. Okay, I have a couple of different situations, but I'll start with one that I can actually give you folks a warning. This was not anything that I did or anything, that I didn't take precautions about passwords or anything like that. That you could become a victim. But it was actually, and I'm sure you've all heard of, because it's always in the news. I was the victim not of one data breach, and this is just bad luck and coincidence. I've been the victim of major companies that have had data breaches. We hear it in the news when it happens, right? Unfortunately, I was the victim of like 5 major companies that had data breached. So my information almost got out there. But here's the thing. I never got in any trouble because when you have that happen to you, the companies contact you and they let you know, oh, we're so sorry, but you're in for whatever. So they tell you about it. And here's the thing. Then they offer you all these companies that can, protect your identity and your information, and you get like a year free. And so when those things happen to me, each time I would take advantage of the free year of protection, and then I would, if the year would go by and not another data breach would happen, I would then pay because you have to pay them a fee. But because I had it happen a couple of times, most of the time I've had this protection for free because I've had 5 data breaches happen to me. Like I said, what a terrible thing. But every time I did get the protection, so I never really lost anything other than certain important numbers got out there for a brief time. And of course, all those numbers had to be changed, including your bank account and all that. Now, here's the bad situation that I had. That's one that happened to me, can happen to anybody, because a company that you've done business with, it could even be your email. Like, for example, one of the companies was Yahoo that I had. They had a data breach. So it can happen to anybody, even if you're protected and things. So anyway, now here's something that happened to me. I had a company that took care of my computer online. And the thing I would say about that is what I learned, my lesson learned was, don't use a company that's not a big name, or you got to use a company that you really know who it is and that they're a major company. For example, there's something called Geek Squad, and they're very well known. They're part of Best Buy. So that company and other companies with names, you can kind of check and you can see that that's a company that's going to do their best, and they're very hard to be messed with by bad guys. However, I had a company, and I don't want to say why, but sometimes you do things and you just go, why did I ever do that? I got a company going for me to protect my computer, like do little tune-ups, any little things happen, protect you against malware and viruses, all that stuff. Well, what happened was the company that I had, and they did good work for me. I mean, they took care of my computer for, almost 2 years. The trouble is, one day they were a disgruntled employee or employees, whatever, impersonated that company. And they had so much information that I couldn't even be aware of what was happening, because they actually had the information, the secret questions, all that stuff. So, of course, I gave them all that because they were asking me the things they would ask in a situation to see if it was your company. So I actually got taken advantage of by whoever they were. And in that situation, what happened was they had control of my computer, because when you have somebody that works on your computer, you got to let them have control of it, right? And while that was happening, they were doing a couple of things that I became suspicious of. And the trouble was, once I became suspicious of it, well, then they, and they obviously knew I was hip to what was happening. Well, then they kidnapped my computer at that point. So what they did was they wouldn't let me have my computer back. They had control of it until I did what they wanted to do. And unfortunately, I at first thought maybe I better do this. Another dumb move. So they tried to get me. It's a typical thing, and I knew that was a scam because I know this scam. But they had my computer hostage, so they wanted me to buy gift cards. I'm sure you may have heard of that. And of course, you don't ever want to do that. You don't ever want to do that. But I wouldn't do that. But they had my computer hostage. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I started to try and do the gift card thing. But then in the midst of it, I said, wait a minute. You know what? Not going to do it. Not going to do it. And you know what I did? I actually walked to the police station while these folks thought I was going out to buy a gift card in a store somewhere, and I wasn't doing that. I walked to the police station and literally walked in and sort of did some hand signals pointing to my phone and such, so that the officer at the desk would kind of get, oh, and then they started to listen. Okay, so that situation turned out where the police went on my phone and talked to these people, and all they did though really was hang up the phone and bailed out. Okay, and then the price I paid for that was that they left some software on my computer that not even the police found, nobody found, I didn't find, and that's why my recent computer that died, my little Microsoft Dell computer. It was a pretty good computer, worked really well, but it died because of that software, whatever they did to it, destroyed that computer. I did save all the information off of it. And here's the thing now. I always had protection, like I said, when the data breaches happen, I have protection, and I got some of it for free, and then I would pay for it. Right now I have a company called Aura. And actually, you'll hear about them a lot because they're getting a lot of press. They're not that old, and a lot of celebrities are doing ads for them. Very good company. So I do have all the protection I need. But I had to, and remember now, I had protection before that. So they didn't steal, the bad guys that did this to me. They didn't steal my information or anything because that was already protected. What happened though, and at one point my IP address was in jeopardy, but it was never taken. I also end up, even now today, I can be on the dark web because of things that happened during that time. But I have the protection. So what happens is I get notified immediately by the people protecting my information that this is showing up on. And so what happens again in those kind of situations? All my numbers get changed. I mean, I've had my credit card numbers, my debit card number changed so many times that now it becomes annoying. It just happened again recently to me where someone had a number, and of course, though, my bank has also done a good job. They check those things out, and they contact you immediately. They say, "Is this you?" I say no, so you don't get ripped off. But the problem is, they got to take your card. You got to get a new number. And I've had that happen even as much as a month ago. And it's not like you lose anything, except it's a pain in the neck to have to change your number because you got to then call all the places that might have your card for payment methods, or make sure that if you don't want to do that, don't do that. But if you use your card for payment methods, then every time it happens, you get a new number so you don't get ripped off, but you got to call all the companies that have the number and give them the new number. And that can be a bit of a pain. However, I am completely protected by this Aura, and I don't really have any problem with it. I didn't lose any money really, because like I say, when they started to get me to go buy those gift cards, I went and I said yes, I'll do it. But then I went, no, I'm not going to do it, and I walked to the police station. I mean, I had my own police officer detective that was in charge of my case. They investigated it for quite a while. You know what though? They never found who did it. They couldn't trace back to who did it, and so they were never caught. They haven't paid the price, of course. They got away. But I came out of it with nothing but a big hassle, and I didn't really lose any money. And then again, with all this,
that's the name of the game, John. You didn't lose any money. Sometimes we have to deal with the hassle with this nonsense with identity theft. So I feel you, man. I've had that exact thing happen, and it's time consuming and a pain in the neck. But thank you, John. I'm going to move on because we got so many hands. If you don't mind, let's now go to Patience. Go ahead, Patience.
Hi, everyone. I had an incident probably like maybe before the COVID. And I was at work when I had a phone call. And I have a credit card that I sparingly use it. So when they called me on that card, I was like, I don't use that card often. So what's going on? And he said, that's why I'm calling you. I just want to find out if you are the one shopping online with this company. I said, no. He said, okay, then give me some information. And I said, how can I trust you? because you just called me. Whether you are a legitimate person or not, I don't know. So you give me your number and I will give you a call back. And he said, don't worry, just go to your bank, take this name, check from the bank if that name is legit, then give us a call back. So I said, okay. I hang up, I went online, I checked from the website of the bank, and I found the name and the number, and I called the bank, and they said, yes, that's true. So I had to call them back. When I called them back, they had already canceled my card. So they had to issue me another card. And I was just lucky they called me. Otherwise, they would have just, because they had just used a quite amount of the card. So they just canceled everything outright. So that's what I have to share.
All right. Well, it sounds like you were vigilant enough to get on top of it and make that call. So that's good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's smart. Don't ever give up any financial information, especially if you don't know who these people are. If it's your brother, your sister, your mother, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, that's different. But just don't you do it if you don't know the folks. All right. Thank you for that. Let's go to Dawn and DL, please.
You got it.
Can you hear me? I think it's
You're
working.
audible. Go.
All right. Well, I've had a couple of incidents. I do not pay for my gas anymore with my debit card because I had a situation when I went and visited my daughter in Illinois, and somewhere along the way I got gas, and about a week later I get a extra charge for gas supposedly that I spent, which I didn't spend. And so I pay cash now when I buy gas. I thought, heck with using my debit card or credit cards or anything. But another thing that I'm wondering what's going on with these computer companies, because when I got my new laptop and I brought it home and turned it on, this warning came up on it saying, call this number. It was an 800 number. There's a problem with your computer. I mean, it was brand new. And so I called the company where I bought the computer, and they said, well, bring it in. And so they looked at it and they said it was fraud. They just wanted money, you know. I'm trying to figure out how they get these set up in the computers when they're brand new to have these alerts come up saying, I don't know what this is, but anyways, it happened to me again when I got home. And so I just ignored it, and I was able to get around it. But I'm trying to think, how are these being put in these computers brand new to come up when you turn it on and say, call this 800 number. There's a problem with the computer and we'll pay you, you know, it's going to cost you such and such money to get it fixed. And when it's brand new, I mean, it's like, how does this happen? But anyways.
Well, I can give you another, for instance, very similar situation.
Before you go there, if you see the file share in front of you, that's background for tonight. If anybody wants to use it, background picture for tonight.
All you got to do is download it, and away you go.
Yeah.
So thank you. Appreciate everybody who feels like using it.
Yeah, up to you.
All right, that takes care of that. What I was going to say is there's a new kind of a scam going around, and it started in Nigeria. That was the first place, and Verizon alerted me to this. Somehow they're getting the ID number from inside the phones that people have, whether they be Apple phones, iPhones, or whether they be Androids, or you name it, a WOW phone or anything else. They're getting the ID number of the inside of the phone, and they're making calls and purchasing items using people's phone numbers. So just be alert. That's one other thing that's kind of like identity theft. That is identity theft, where they can get into your phone. So,
Rob,
beware.
specifically though, the thing that Don's talking about, that's not the computer itself. So if you have a new computer, it's not the computer that has a problem. It's like a browser or wherever you can be on any computer, and that comes up. So they're actually in the like the browser, so to speak, and
That's
and it
correct.
comes with that thing saying you got a virus or you got to call this number, but that's not your computer. That's your, like I say, the thing you're using to browse with. So that could happen with any computer, old or new. It's not the computer itself. I just wanted to say
And
that.
that can just pop up out of the blue. As soon as you turn the computer on, go to a browser, boom, they got you. So just
Real quick, though,
beware.
they often they tell you to call Microsoft, and you don't call anybody because you're not going to call Microsoft. You're calling whoever they want you to call, and they transfer you to that person. Then you get ripped off.
Okay, thank you, John. Appreciate that very much. Let's next go to Carmela, the Israeli Rose. Go ahead, Carmela. Where's that famous hello, everybody? Where are you, Carmela?
Oh,
I know you're here.
she was just here, but I think she might have gotten booted.
Bootaroo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's still there.
Yeah, I see you, Anita. You're in the queue.
Yeah. I
Thank
see
you.
Carmela. Oh, she just unmuted. Go ahead,
Hello,
Carmela.
everyone. Do you hear me?
You are audible. Go
You hear
ahead, Carmela.
We hear ya.
Okay. I have a couple of things that happened to me. I want to tell one, it's not only belong to me, it belong to my child. Few years ago, they were in another country in Europe. They were traveling with their father. They were three people in a rent car in Europe, and somebody with a motorcycle ran after them and said, "You have a puncture in your car." So they stopped the car for a minute, and they went to the back car to take the wheel for changing. He come another one with a motorcycle and took all the bags from the car, the small bags, the important ones. And there were three people without identify card, without nothing, telephone. They took everything from them. They stole it from the baggage from the car. In another foreign country, without money, in a holiday in Israel, it was Pesach, and the embassy was closed, and they have no ticket to come back home to Israel, and it was a really big problem. And they called me from I don't know where, and they were crying on the telephone. They took all our money, they took our credit card, they took our telephone, they took our identity, what we can do. And I did something here with someone that work in the embassy of Israel, and I helped them from here to come back home. And it was very, 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 very scary time because they were there without money, without nothing, and the police was closed and everything was closed. It was holiday. It was such a big problem. So you have to be very aware if somebody tried. He said he wants to help you, but when they went to the police said it's a regular things that happen here every day. I'm telling you, it's Barcelona. It's a regular things that that happen here every day. There are some people in Barcelona that those people this is their job to notice that you are a tourist and to take your money.
Wow.
They live from that.
Wow.
There are so many thieves there. So when you go to another country, don't take your real identity. You have to have copy in paper for your identity in case you're lost or they take it from you. You have to be very careful with whom you speak, and really, really, really problems if you are not aware. Especially in Europe, there are a lot of tips. So that is for my side. I had many other cases, but other people want to speak. I don't want to take the time.
That's all right. We'll be back to you. Hey, this is a 2-hour show. We'll be back to you. Don't you touch that dial. Don't go anywhere. All
I'm
right.
here.
We'll
I'm
be
here.
back
I'm
to you.
listening to other stories too. There are
Okay. Thank
many.
you. Okay. Let's go to Anita. Go ahead, Anita. Unmute, please. Nope, you're muted. Unmute. Now you turned your camera off. Okay. Try to unmute.
Okay, I got it. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Go ahead. Tell
Okay.
us a little something about
Okay.
identity theft.
A couple things happened, and one of them was through Medicare. I had to get a different phone number, and when I got that different phone number, I had to have a prescription for a lift bed. And I was told to go into the bed store and get the provider number. And the provider was the man that ran the bed store. He owned that, he was renting the bed store. And so he said he was a provider, and I took the bed and I said, okay, I'm going to get the bed. And he says, well, in order to get it, you have to pay for it first, and then Medicare will reimburse you. And so I thought, well, that's what he's saying, then I'm going to do it. So I put it on a credit card. Well, I never got it. And I kept calling up Medicare, and I gave him my phone number, and I told him, I said, I already got the bed, but I need the money. And they checked with the provider, and they said, well, he's a provider, but you have to send your credit card, all the documents that you paid for, you have to send that to Medicare. In Salt Lake City. So I did. I sent it registered return receipt, and they got it all. Oh yeah, you'll be paid in a month. You should have the money in a month. Well, I didn't get the money in a month. In the meantime, I went into a rehab home because I had to have hip surgery. And when I was in there, they were playing games with me as far as the medical card itself from my insurance company. And so when I got back home, I got a notice that somebody had ordered another bed for me in Wisconsin and put it against my name. And Medicare called me up and said, what are you doing buying two beds? I said, wait a minute. I never was in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and I never ordered a bed in Wisconsin. Something's rotten in Denmark. You better find out who it is. And so they told me the name of the store, but they wouldn't tell me the name of the provider. And so they didn't pay for that second bed, but they never paid for the first. And they said they were working on it. They gave me a case number every time I called, and I wrote the case number down. Well, after 6 months went by and I never got paid, I went into the store, and the store people told me that that man that was here before, he's not here anymore. We don't know where he is. He's not here. He doesn't, somebody else runs this store now. And they still had the same name of the store that he had. So I still kept on trying to find out why this man was allowed to become a provider as far as Medicare goes. But then Medicare said, no, that wasn't him. He was not a provider. So he lied to me. So that's one story. I ended up paying for my own prescription. And then another thing happened with the same card, the same medical card. And I had to wait for the knee brace. And that was when I was in rehab. So I waited 3 months, and when they finally got the thing, they transported me by a medical, like an ambulance, over to the orthopedics office. And he said, yeah, we got your brace, and everything is fine, and it's $3,000, but we have to wait for Medicare to pay for it. I said, well, why did you have me come over here? Well, because we wanted to see if it was you. Well, I said, yeah, I'm me. Well, as that turned out, the brace, he said, we can't, when they did get it and they brought me back, they said, no, you have to come in and have it fitted. We can't send it home back to the rehab place. You have to come in after you get discharged, and we have to fit it for you. I never got the knee brace. I never got any prescriptions from that company from that name of that company that I had through Medicare. It was an Advantage plan. So I changed Advantage plans. And this year, the doctor wrote me a prescription for a bed again, and I still have yet to get it.
I
That's
would
Medicare.
suggest, not that I'm an expert, but I would go right to Medicare on that and
I
find
did,
out
and
what
I
in the
got a
world's
case
going on.
number and everything. They gave me a case number, and they're still investigating it. But in the
Well,
meantime,
stay
I don't
after.
get
Don't
any.
give up.
I have to
Don't
keep
give up
paying
the
for
ship.
my own prescriptions.
All right, don't give up the ship on that.
I won't.
Okay,
Do you
well,
want to hear
thank
the
you.
other one? Do you want to hear the other one about the
Not
book?
right now. I'd like to,
Okay.
I've got to move on.
Okay.
We got too many people, and then we got 3 people teaching sign tonight, but I'll be back to you. Don't touch that dial.
Okay.
I'll be back to you.
I won't punch you.
Patience. Okay, Patience. Have you got something for us, Patience? Go ahead.
I
see
forgot
you.
to lower my hand, but
That's okay.
I
That's okay.
had
We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you in a few minutes. That's no problem.
it's okay. I'll continue.
Well, continue.
I had a friend who, like, somebody used his bank information to purchase stuff online, which he didn't know about it. Nobody knew about it. It took him probably about 6 or 7 months. So something happened and he had to report to the police. So when he went to the police, a week after, the police came to him and arrested him. Why? Because they said he's been issued an arrest warrant about the incident that I just said. Somebody used his card. So they knew he used his card. He had to go in to prove to them that he wasn't the one. So going back and forth, it took him almost seven to 8 months for him to be cleared out of it. He had his card, he didn't use it anywhere, but for some reason, somebody got hold of it, his account information, and used the card. So it's like everybody is at risk now with this identity theft.
Okay, well, thank you, Patience. Wow. Again, stay after, don't give up the ship on this stuff, and stay vigilant, everybody, please. Stay vigilant on that. Okay, right this minute, I don't see any other hands, so we'll go back to you, Anita, if you got one quickly before we move on
Okay,
to
I got a quickly one.
Stein.
I got a quickly one. When I was legally blind, I made arrangements to have a book published. And I sent the book. She wanted the whole computer disc. So I sent her the whole computer disc. And I sent her the money, $150. And I told her I couldn't see good. And the only thing, I didn't have a computer, was my phone. And so I couldn't do a lot of things on the phone because I couldn't see. And before I had my cataract surgery. And so she took my book, and she took an ISB number, and she took everything off of my computer, all the other stories that I had written, and she put them online on the internet, and she put my name as the author, and she had them from out of country going to pay in a place in Orlando, an address in Orlando, and they were for like $89 a book. And a friend of mine had gone on the computer to see if Barnes & Noble and Amazon had them on there, which they do. But the only thing was, I was never getting any money. And it turns out that she owned the printing company, and the editor that was working with me, he said to me, I don't like the way she does business. And I says, well, can you help me? Because this isn't right that she's getting the money for my book. And I don't think that was right, but she was selling it in 3 places: Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and a place in Orlando out of the country. And so a short time later, she put on Facebook that the editor had passed away. He killed himself. I never got a penny for my book, and it's still out there and she took one of the little stories and she wrote the Pickle Kids, when the Pixie Kids, when I had written the story about the Pickle Kids, and she made it into a video, and she sells that video on YouTube with my name as the author, and I've never got a dime. What do we do? What do you do?
Well, what I would do is I'd contact an attorney and have the attorney go to work on that. And if they're able to recover, then there would be a fee. If they're not able to recover, there wouldn't be a fee. Some attorneys will handle it on a contingency basis. Some you have to pay an hourly fee. But I would at least get a
But
free
it's all my
consultation.
writings for
Yeah,
like
I got
all my
that.
life.
Yeah. But you may need an attorney to get to the bottom of that. So I would make the phone call to an attorney in your area and find out. And if they don't know, there's in your area in Florida, there is a local bar association. They'll know an attorney within 100 miles of you, or maybe even closer, that does that kind of law. So that's how I would handle it if
And
it was me.
she even took my ISB number, which is private. That's like a patent. She used my ISB number when you get something published.
Like I said, that's I'm not a lawyer, but I'd get right with a lawyer right away on that, because you're probably talking money that you've lost on that. Okay. Well, thank you. Let's go to Dawn and DL. Go ahead.
Thanks, Rob. Hello, everybody on the panel and in the chat, and praying for Pat Green to get better. Yeah, Rob, as I alluded to a few weeks ago, I used to work at JP Morgan Chase in the bank and credit card divisions in particular. I used to handle disputes and fraud cases. So I have pretty much inside knowledge on how all this stuff works. It's been many, many years since anybody's got any money from me as far as fraud goes. So I've been always on top of it. I always check my accounts and et cetera. If I see anything that's that even looks remotely suspicious, I know what to do. So this is why also that I'm really a big fan of the blockchain in particular, because with the hashing, it's really, really hard to commit any kind of fraud whatsoever. But in any case, nobody knows what the hash is. That's that long line of numbers and letters. It's called a hash. So, but those cut out the middleman basically. So you have a blockchain between two people only. There's no third party involved. That's why I love the blockchain in particular. But it's really hard to put one by me because I know what to look for. Back to you, Rob.
All right. Thank you for that, DL. We appreciate it. And we'd like to say a few hellos that I may have missed earlier. Hello to Miss Gemma Ramaki. Welcome. We're glad you're here tonight. And hello to Balash Roy from India, up early. And Virpal Singh, Mr. Singh is here. Welcome. We're pretty global tonight. We got India, Canada, USA, Philippines, New York City. Oh, no, that's USA. Yeah, let's see. What else we got? That's good stuff. And we got Israel, of course, with Carmela. So thanks, everybody, for being here so far. I don't know if the timing is right. We have 3 of our deaf community going to teach sign tonight, a few signs each. And I didn't know if you wanted to do that now. It's currently 9:24.
Does anybody?
At the moment, let me take a peek at the hands. Let's see. Now I'm going to look at the screen because I miss Mel every night. Let's see. I don't see any hands at this very juncture. So, without further ado, this shindig over to Nakamoto for our 3 of the deaf community.
All right. Let's see. I have their list. Give me a second. So we have 3 teachers. We have Deb. We have Cecil. There's Cecil. And we have Rachel. 3 teachers. 3 of you. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to start with Rachel. And Rachel's going to be teaching us French Sign Language, and it's called 𝐓𝐡𝐞𝐬. French Sign Language is called LSQ. Okay, so we're going to learn a new sign language, not American Sign Language, from Rachel. Pretty cool. Okay, are you ready, Rachel? Ready? Okay, let me go inside. Keep muted, everybody. Anita, try to keep muted. Okay, let's look for, scroll till you see,
Anita has to mute.
I'm trying to mute it. There, I got it. Oop, it went back off.
It's all right. I got you. Oh, I had you muted. Yeah, don't touch the button.
Okay, I won't, but it's tiny.
Just let me see if I can do it. Thank you. I can't see it. One moment. Yeah, I'll just.
so don't touch anything, Anita, we'll help you.
I'm not touching.
Okay, got it. Anita, I see her on the participant list. Okay. Okay, I got it muted. I got you muted. Thanks, Anita. All right, everybody look for Rachel. Till you see her. Scroll down or up till you find Rachel. Yeah, I assume everybody sees Rachel now. This is, are you ready? I'm ready. Okay. So she has the word busy. Busy. Oh, interesting. Okay, do it again. Again. Busy. Put your, let me move the camera a bit. Okay. Wrist, one wrist on top of the other, and go in. And move in. Interesting. That's busy. Busy. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Next word is ugly. Ugly. Make your expression like ugly, you know? All right. So you say, oh, so ugly. 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 Okay. Next word is difficult. 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 Wiggle the finger to the left direction. Difficult. Okay, next word is issue. Issue. Okay. Make this handshake and go like this with your hands. Issue. Issue. Okay. Issue. Issue. Next we have silence. Silence. Calm. 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 Oh, calm. Oh, this way. Crossed hands. American Sign Language is calm, but LSQ is calm. Like this. Calm. 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 Next we have angry. With its claw hand touching your chest like this. And your expression needs to be angry. So you got angry, angry. Okay. Next word is succeed. Succeed. Succeed.
It's a good word.
Succeed. Right, next word we have is only. 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 Next word we have is true. 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 With a V, right? True. True. Fake.
Fake.
Can't see your left hand. That's right. Fake. So your left hand is in a fist facing down, and then this hand shape on your right hand taps on your left wrist. Fake. Fake. Experience. Experience. This hand shape. It's like the letter X. Experience. Next we have dead. 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 D-A-D. Never. Y hand shape, make a Y, and go from left to right. Never. So you can see Rachel, her mouth movements, she's mouthing French, spoken French. That's why it doesn't look like she's saying never, but she's speaking French. So she's saying whatever it is in French. That's whatever she's mouthing is the word for never in French. Never. And now she's saying never, English. And this is American Sign Language, never. And French Sign Language is the letter Y from left to right. Never, never.
Never.
Never, never. Yay, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go to Cecil now.
Gotta make a pit stop.
I was trying to find words to teach different words. Good job. Thank you, Rachel.
I'm watching on
Now, everybody look for Cecil. He'll be on the right side. Scroll to your right, Cecil. Hi, Cecil. Oh, what happened to him? He moved or got booted. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I see you. Okay. One second. I'm gonna pin our 3 deaf teachers. I forgot to pin. Okay, go ahead, Cecil. Cecil, ready? He says yes. Are you ready? Look for me. Scroll until you find me. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? First word is skill. Just your left hand, your right hand grabs your left hand like this and moves forward. Skill. 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 Next word is experience. Flat hand to closed hand like this on your chin or cheek. Experience. Next word is know or knowledge. So this is a handshake. Handshake touches your right forehead. Know or knowledge. Knowledge or know. Oh, refresh. He said I froze. Okay. No, knowledge. No, knowledge. Next word is professional. Letter P goes on the edge of your left hand here. Professional. Like this. All right? So again, it's professional. Follow the edge of your hand. P. Next word is understand. So from a closed fist, you're going to go to a number 1. So like this. Like flicking, flicking, flicking. So right by your right temple. Understand. Understand. Next, we have respect. Letter R on both hands, go outwards. Respect. Respect. Letter R. Okay, next word is obey. Letter O, going forward. Obey. From your head. Obey. Next word is responsibility. Letter R's, both R's on your right shoulder. Responsibility. Tap on your right shoulder. Responsibility. Next word is relaxing. This hand shape crosses over your chest and just moves up and down. Relax. Relaxing or relax. Meditation. It's just relaxing. Next word is follow. 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 Next, we have the word chase. The right hand, both letter A's, one is chasing the other hand. So it's like this, chasing, chasing, chasing. Challenge, challenge. Two parties facing with each other, right? This becomes a challenge. Challenge. Next word is force. So base hand, the letter C on your right hand, twist forward. Force. Force. Next we have means. So the number 2 on your left palm, twist it. 2 motions, twist, 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 twist. Means, M-E-A-N-S. This means stop, or this means to go, means, right? Now we have thoughts. Thoughts. Point to your head with your index finger. Thoughts. 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 Wonderful. This hand shape at the top and then at the bottom. Raise your hands. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yay. Thank you, Cecil. Thank you, thank you. Okay, our third teacher tonight is Deb. And remember now, okay, let's practice sign names before we continue with Deb, okay? So Cecil's sign name is this, Cecil. So if you see him on the show and you want to say hi, you just say hi, Cecil. Okay? Hi, Cecil. See? Cecil. That's Cecil. And Rachel. Rachel. Sign name is the letter R, because she's always smiling and laughing, so we have the letter R by her mouth. Rachel. Again, the letter R here by the mouth going up because she's smiling, laughing. Rachel. All right? Thank you. And then Deb. Her name sign is D. Like this, shaking the D. Because she said people would always say, where's Deb? Where is she? So her, yeah, they're looking for her. Where's Deb? So her name sign is what? D. Shaking it. Like, where is she? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So now you can say hello to each other on the panel. You can say, hi, Rachel. Hi, Cecil. Hi, Deb. Okay. All right. So now we go to Deb, who will be teaching us. Go ahead. She'll be in the big screen. Go ahead, Deb.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Ready? Ready? No. Identity theft. Identity means ID. Theft. Theft means steal. Ooh, that's bad. Risk. Letter R. Caution lack. Risk. I have a sweater. Sweater. Put the paper in and let it shreds. All your sensitive information. Now this sensitive, middle finger, sensitive. Information. That's why you need to spread your sensitive information. You have to have a strong password to change it every once in a while. 10 to 15 words password. Strong password. Sometimes you have a bank alert. We'll give you a warning. Alert. This is warning. Report. 2 hours. Report from your mouth and out. Report to the cop or report someone. Victim. To do it the other way is vodka, so we're not sure. So it's victim or VICTIM. Either way. Gift card. Because a lot of scammers get the gift card. Like 2X. One up here, one here. Like a gift and card. Gift card. A lot of hackers get in the internet. Middle finger. Internet. Or phone. iPhone. Phone. If you have a regular phone or iPhone. Now we're going to do some spelling. Hackers. HACKER. They love to get in and steal your sensitive information. Fraud. 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 Bank. There's no sign unless you want money. BANK. Bank. The last one. Scam. What I hate the most. SCAM. We'll have to kick out the bad guys. Bully bad guys. Hate. So I hope you protect yourself. Thank you.
So, and thank you, Rachel.
Thank you to the three of you. Let's do quick picture taking. 3 pictures. So each teacher pick one sign and everyone will sign that sign and we'll take a screenshot, a picture. Okay? So let's go back to the grid view. Let's start with Rachel. Which sign for a picture we're gonna picture? Which sign you want? Sign is up to you. That was, what was it? Ugly? Ugly?
Mhm.
Ugly? Was it UGLY? 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 I forgot what that sign was. It is DI, diff, yeah. Difficult. Oh, difficult. Difficult. Okay, this is difficult, you guys. Difficult. Very difficult. Very difficult. Okay, we're gonna take a picture. Picture, you guys ready? Okay, everybody sign the same thing. Ready? Sign difficult. Okay, got the sign. That one came out well. Okay, hold on one second. All right, next, thank you. Next we have, we'll have Cecil. Which sign? Wonderful. He wants to do wonderful. Everybody, oh, somebody coming into the panel. Oh, Pedro. Hi, Pedro. Welcome. Wonderful. Wonderful. Are you ready for the picture? Ready for the picture?
Wonderful.
Okay, everybody sign that. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful with 2 hands. Let's see. Oh, that came out nice. Very nice. Okay, now we go to finally to Deb. She's gonna pick a sign. Deb, which sign? Report. R-E-P-O-R-T. Report. The letter R by your mouth, one by your mouth, one in front of your mouth, going forward. Report. Report. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Sign report. Very nice. Let's save it. And remember, all the pictures we put into our RobLynn Live. This is the time for our show. RobLynn Live, our group on Messenger. So you can look in there, you'll see the pictures, okay? Thank you. Now back to my husband.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, signers from around the globe. Excuse me, is Mr. Barilla in the house?
Yes, I am.
Are you planning a song tonight?
Yep.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, he's going to give us a background to the song first.
Right. Background
Right.
first.
Well, whenever you're are you ready?
Ready.
All right, it's me, John. I'm going to sing a song. Okay. All right. Now tonight we're going to do. I thought we all need a. I need a happy song, an happy song. So tonight I'm going to do another oldie. You know, I love the Great American Songbook. This goes back, I think, to about 1930. It's called "On the Sunny Side of the Street." Oh yeah. I think you'll probably recognize it. It's a standard. And let me just give you a little info. On the Sunny Side of the Street was composed by Jimmy McHugh, I've mentioned him before, with lyrics by Dorothy Fields. I just mentioned her the other night. In 1930, some authors say that Fats Waller was the original composer. But he sold the rights to the song, so it's not his song anymore. He wrote it, but he sold it to them. So this is something that he did. And there's plenty of impressive lists of songs that's happened to as the years have gone on. Jimmy McHugh is a very successful composer in his own right. His songs have appeared in hundreds of films and have been recorded by dozens of major artists. His first hit song was "When My Sugar Walks Down the Street." Ooh, I might have to check that one out. That sounds good. Dorothy Fields was the first woman inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and she also had her own U.S. postage stamp. How about that? She's got a stamp, folks. In her 7 years of collaboration with McHugh, they wrote "I Can't Give You Anything But Love," which I sang last night or a night or two ago. "Don't Blame Me," very famous. "I'm in the Mood for Love." I think I sang, no, I didn't sing that one yet, but I did sing "The Way You Look Tonight." She won an Academy Award for that one. I did sing that one. "On the Sunny Side of the Street" was recorded by Billie Holiday, Bing Crosby, Judy Garland, Nat King Cole, Joe Stafford, Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra. Now, there's also a wonderful version by Louis Armstrong, and also Ella Fitzgerald has a major version that she had a big hit with the Count Basie Orchestra backing her up. So that's about the song. It's a great song, a very up song. You can dance to it. And here we go. Let me get to the song now. And I'm going to bring, I think my sound is still on. I probably should check just to make sure we don't have that same problem. Let's just see if you can actually hear my music. It's coming. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to hear that music?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're okay. All right. Here we go with "On the Sunny Side of the Street." Yeah. grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can't be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. But I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. Oh, if I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ba-da-da, da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-doo. Ba-da-da-doo-doo-doo-da-da-doo-da. Wow, 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 wow. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. There's a rover crossed over. Yeah, if I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Yeah, gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. Yeah. Here we go, sunny side of the street. Thank you.
All right, thank you, John.
There's the last clapping.
All right,
Fantastic,
everybody.
John sir, very good.
All right, Balash, thank you. All right, well, we're going to wrap it for tonight. We've got a couple minutes left. If there's any, Pedro, did you want to say something about tonight's topic, which, as you know, is identity theft? Are you at risk?
Absolutely. Good evening, everyone. Good morning and good day. Yeah, it's a very common thing. Last time I told about my niece with her husband. They were in Austria and they were walked to the ATM and asked them to take a couple $1,000. Anyway, I have been at least one time my IP was taken by something came on the computer saying that they had a virus, and I didn't have much knowledge about it, so I called the number and they got my IP address, and then that continued to appear, the messages with that. After that, I had to send them money. So that was a nightmare. And then I just got rid of that computer. I said, forget about this. And so that was the start of it. But, people get your information somehow. I have a copy of a letter that came from Canada from a lawyer's firm with the heading and everything, and with this request. Look, I am in charge of the policy of this individual that has your last name. He is dead. We've been looking for people all over the world trying to find the relative because his policy is $13 million. So we found that you have the same last name. We can attach your name to it, and we split the money. He said how many, the percentages. So I will get like maybe 7 million. I said, but the letter, I have copy of the letter. I said, it doesn't matter how much money it is, just forget it. You're not gonna get me into anything. But where did they get my name? They had my full name, everything, and it came in the mail. I still have the letter. I referred it to a friend that is a lawyer. He says, just forget it. The people do things terrible. My wife was stealing her purse at a grocery store by 3 people. One cornered her, the other one was ready to pick. She had a purse open, and the third one was asking her a question, but right in front of her, what is this over here? What is this? Before she had that, she felt that somebody had gone into the purse, and she turned around, gone. She didn't realize that when she got to the cashier, and she had everything there. She had her driver's license, her credit card, her personal information of all sorts. Oh, that was a nightmare she stopped, the payments, but still months later, they were trying to charge 2 iPads worth of a couple $1,000s. So it's a nightmare when that happens. You have to be very careful of your information, and all the suggestions were given were useful. You have to shred your stuff and put it just in the trash, and be aware of those emails that come to you that you want to explore out of curiosity. A catchy message that you might get a little anxious about reading, just don't, because you never know. So I wanted to share that. Thank you so much for including me, and I appreciate it. I heard all the stories. I was doing something else. I was listening on YouTube. Wonderful suggestions. Thank you, everybody, for sharing their experience.
All right. Thank you for sharing yours, Pedro. We appreciate you, brother. I just want to let everybody know we still have 39 on YouTube and several on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera.
42.
How many?
On YouTube.
42?
Mhm.
Oh, it says 39. Okay, 42 and 62 is 104 any way you look at it. So that's a good night here at RobLynn Live.
That's a good turnout. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yes. Let's go to Miss Ramaki. Go ahead, Gemma. Go ahead and unmute.
I was thinking that nothing happened to me, but I remembered as Pedro talked, I ran a bed and breakfast out of my home about 13 years ago. And I had a lady text me and said she wanted her daughter to stay with me and she would send me a check in the mail. So I got a check in the mail for $1,000, but then they wanted me to send back another $800 to them, keep the check, go cash it in the bank and send $800 back. And I can keep the 2. And when the girl comes, she would bring the $800, right? So immediately I knew it was a scam. So I decided I wasn't going to do anything about it. So then this guy called me from Nigeria and asked me, why am I being so mean? Why am I not letting the child come? Go cash the check and send $800 to her so she can come, because I'm supposed to be a God-fearing lady and I should help. So I remembered, as Pedro said, that happened to me 10, 15 years ago when I ran my bed and breakfast. So people try all kinds of things to get money out of you. So you got to be so careful. I worked in the bank for almost 40 years, so I knew when there's a scam coming on. And as Pedro was saying, my husband got the same thing where they wanted to send all this money. And I think the guy was from Palestine or something, 30 million or something. And he would give Paul 20 million and he'd keep 10. But I wanted Paul to sign something, but we didn't. So all kinds of stuff out there. You got to be so careful. Thank you, Lynn, Rob, for letting me speak.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Gemma. We appreciate you coming by.
Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing.
Glad you got on, Gemma. I just answered you late in Messenger. Did you click the speaker request when you came on? Because I saw I left you a message, but you probably already got on.
No, I didn't notice it. Sometimes I don't, my eyes are not the best, so I don't notice the signs and stuff sometimes. But I sent it to you first and you didn't pick up. I sent it to Lynn and she didn't, so I sent it to Rob. So I don't know who brought me in, but someone did. Thank you.
Well, you got on. That's all that counts, and you got to say
Yes.
something. Thanks. All right.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, all right, all right. Let's see if there's any other hand. You take a peek in the, I don't see any other hands there. Let me look at the screen itself. I'll say on behalf of everybody, thank you, John, for that song tonight. It was
Let's take
good.
a good picture with I love you. Can everybody do that sign? Make this hand shape
I love you.
and just, you can use two hands or one hand, either way. And let's do a I love you screenshot. All right. Make sure your hand is in the frame. Gemma, go to your left, and do this. One index finger. Yep. And then your thumb out. There we go. She got it. All right. I think everybody's got their I love you.
Good stuff.
1,
Two.
2, 3. Smile. Right.
All right, all right, all right. Let me take a peek one more time around the board, see if there's anybody else who wants to say anything. Okay, let me take a look at the actual screen to where I don't make any boo-boos. And looks like no boo-boos. So once again, thank you to everybody for being here tonight. It was fun. And I think everybody got a little bit of value out of it, and all of you that contributed, that's even better. So we appreciate that too. Salute to all veterans around the world. Salute to all active duty military. Salute to all first responders. And here it comes. Salute to every one of you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody. So unmute and let's all say good night or good morning or good afternoon.
Good
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good day to some.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Night.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Thanks for the song.
See you, God willing, tomorrow.
Your song.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Thank you. Thank you, Dave and Rachel and
I love the light.
Hi, Bilal.
Good night, everyone.
See Mel on Hands On tomorrow, 5:30.
Sorry, Deborah. So.
I love ONPASSIVE. I love ONPASSIve. I love ONPASSIve.
We all love ONPASSIve. Yay, go ONPASSIve.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night, Gemma.
Good night,
At the
everyone.
count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.
Bye.